you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit you throwing, I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit you sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Bandit! Say! Sponge! No!
11!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
12, fellas, here we go.
Jim!
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
First part they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him.
No
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Slam!
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Well, a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Inside give to Ham, the fullback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Hey, dude. 11.
Switch.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hurd. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Get off the field. Alert flare.
11.
54, right there.
One.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Had the catch on 2nd down, but he didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
I got you.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 50.
Flag. Hey, alert.
Slip.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. You're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Slip.
Bring it, 48.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6.
Good breaker, baby. Good breaker. All day, baby. Good breaker.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Check three.
48. First. Ball.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Niners' 33-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I know, easy. Hey, box truck.
He's checking crack.
Gun.
To throw is Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 17 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead grows to 10-0. That's fielded in the end zone. Dances by him. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they've punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Here we go. 180.
Switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40.
Flag.
Joker. Under 10.
On first down, here's Breida. Ben Gideon in on the stop. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 9. Check 24. Check safety.
Lock.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
21.
Check nickel.
On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jared McKinnon. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Check. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Lock. He's coming. We got double up.
Garoppolo gives to Grado. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go. 180.
Check.
21.
Check.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Kill.
Run.
I got him.
They'll run it with Madison. They find some open field here. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 57 yards on the ground.
1st down, Vikings.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Undercut.
The first run for the backup Abdullah. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Alert 3.
Gun.
The second down run for Abdullah. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. Bailey's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
You're into the points per drive ratio? That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 25-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
65, 65.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
Watch the screen. Hey, wahoo. Ricky. Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Here we go.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
1 Omaha. Bravo.
Now Garoppolo. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway of the NFC Championship game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Bring up 48. Hey, exit. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Mike 50, Mike 50. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Gun.
Here's Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Madison. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another carry now for Madison. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He's coming. Hey, Delta. He's coming. Double up. Mike. Gun.
Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with a 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Niners take over first down.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes in.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
At the 20-yard line.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Run. Kill.
Gonna run with Madison again. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. They run. Abdullah. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 12, 12.
Check pass, check pass.
White.
Check Mike 40, check Mike 40.
Lock in.
Tighten up.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. When he finds his target, it's Marquise Goodwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check smooth.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch to Mike right here. We'll go Mike 40, Mike 40.
12, 11. Shift. Check the head.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going on the ground with Madison. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. Gun. Check.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked for someone else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Wait. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 11. Check. 21. Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Let's go, defense. Hey, gun. Defense. Hey, here we go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Mike, 54. Lock.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you hit.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Open man is heard. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, turn it out. Check 3. 12, fellas, here we go. Check.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Going for it with McKinnon. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 180. Check Mike 39. Wild Bill.
Hey, alert 3.
On 1st down, McKinnon again. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the Vikings 45-yard line.
Here we go,
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
11.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Jet.
Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Hey, Echo. Check Mike 39. 11.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, orbit. Check Mike 39. Quick toss.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 3rd. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. McKinnon. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's going, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Here we go. 180. Check Mike 39.
I got one. Check 31. Watch switch.
Here's Breida. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the 49er 1st down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, alert.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They run again with Breida. And he's got some space here. And across the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but Very little reason to use him at this point. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll run with Madison. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go.
What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends right. Alert! Alert!
Yellow.
Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check three.
Cousins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Let's get this. Watch the safety creep. Hey, Ken. Zebra.
Tricky's the mic. Watch the pass.
Hey. Nice 7.
Cousins to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch out.
Two. 21.
Garoppolo to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour, the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.